Today we learn how to draw or how to sketch a phase portrait diagram for system of coupled differential equation. The solution of this coupled differential equation looks something like this. It is x and y, variable x and y, okay, is equals to a constant a e raised to lambda 1 times of t into p1 bar plus b times of e raised to lambda 2 times of t into p2 bar. Now here lambda 1 and lambda 2 both are eigen values, okay, and p1 bar and p2 bar, they both are eigen vectors. Their corresponding eigenvectors means this lambda 1 has a corresponding eigenvector of p1 bar, lambda 2 has corresponding eigenvectors of p2 bar. So solution, the general solution, this has general solutions. Why general solution? Because we don't know the value of a and b right now. The moment you get the values of a and b, it is called a particular solution. So this a and b depends upon the value of time, initial condition. When system starts, at that time, whatever parameter of time we have, when time is equals to 0, the corresponding data we have, as per that data, we can get the value of this a and b. So whatever questions you see over here, a, b, c, d, they all are general solutions of the coupled differential equations. So we can look at the values of lambda. Eigenvalues, the different eigenvalue signs have different characteristic while drawing phase portrait diagram. Look at here, this in a part, this is positive, this is negative. So if one is positive, other is negative. Here, one positive, one negative. Look at this negative, negative. So here both the values are negative, and here both the values are positive. Depending upon lambda ka positive and negative value, we have different situation or different pattern or different way of phase portrait diagram. Now let us start with what is phase portrait diagram. You must be wondering what is phase portrait diagram. So actually the phase portrait diagram actually shows how the value of x and y changes, the change in the value of x and y that happens when you change the value of time. As time changes, what happens to x and y? This change in x and y is portrayed in this phase portrait diagram, wherein on this horizontal line is x-axis, the vertical line is y-axis, and depending upon time is a parameter which connects both the variables x and y, parametrically by variable time. So as time changes from, let's say, 0 to, let's say, 5 years, 10 years, so what corresponding change happen on this x and y, and that diagram over here will be called as the phase portrait diagram. Okay, to continue with this, how to sketch this diagram, we have considered three cases. The first case in where we have taken both of eigenvalues as positive. Okay, we'll see another case where both the eigenvalues are negative, and we'll see the third case where one is positive, one is negative. So before starting the diagram with both the values positive, let me give you some basic things we'll follow in all three situations. So look at this, the lambda 1 over here is 4 and lambda 2 is equals to 5. You can observe here clearly it is 4 and this is 5. Eigenvectors p1 bar and p2 bar are given by 3 and minus 2. 3 minus 2, 1, 1. The very first step we follow in every case is drawing the eigenvectors. So eigenvectors, the first eigenvector is what? 3 minus 2. So we'll figure out the point 3 comma minus 2. So look at this over here. 3 is somewhere here and minus 2. So we'll just put a point over here and we'll draw the vector. Okay, this is the vector. Okay, let me change the color for this. Let me put it this magenta color. So now I label this as a, I not label this as a vector, I label this as the lambda. So this p1 bar is corresponding to what? This lambda 1. I'll write over here lambda is equals to 4. This eigenvector corresponds to what? Eigenvalue 4. So I'll label this. Same way, draw this 1 comma 1. So 1 comma 1 is here. 1 comma 1. Okay. Similarly, I'll draw the eigenvector passing through 1 comma 1 is approximately there. So 1 comma 1. Same like previous one, I label this eigenvector as lambda is equals to 5. So this eigenvector corresponds to lambda is equals to 5. Okay. Now look at the signs. The sign of this, both the eigenvalues are positive. So when both of them are positive, it means the system of solutions, this system of solution move outwards. The motion of x and y is outward, means it's going like this. It's going like this, outward. You must have now figured out what happens if they are negative. So negative eigenvalue corresponds to the solutions coming in to the origin, and positive eigenvalues correspond to solutions going out of the origin. Okay. Now we'll see how the trajectories will change if your initial point is not the origin. These solutions are when initial point is the origin. What happens if initial point is not the origin? Okay. So we'll, according to that, we'll see how it can be drawn. Remember that whenever we have system of solutions, the solutions always move towards any one of the eigenvector. Okay, so either solutions will be moving towards the eigenvector corresponding to lambda is equals to 4, or eigenvector corresponding to lambda is equals to 5. Depending upon whichever is the highest, the solution move towards that. If you compare this lambda is equals to 4 and lambda is equals to 5, you can observe carefully. So as time goes to infinity, as time approaches infinity, so you can see that e raised to 5t and e raised to 4t, out of these two values, which one will approach to infinity faster, 5t or 4t? Of course 5t, right? So all the solutions will start from the lower values of lambda and goes to the higher values of lambda, and we have to draw it parallel to the eigenvectors. Let's start from the origin, and we can start drawing it. So you can see lambda is equal to 5 is corresponding to here, lambda is equal to 4 is here. So how will I draw? I have to start from where? From one vector and go towards the other vector. So I will start from here. I can come parallel to this and then like this. You can observe that I had moved parallel to this, lambda is equals to 4, and then move towards the lambda is equals to 5. Similarly, you can draw it over here also on this region. Move somewhat parallel to lambda is equals to 4 and move parallel to lambda is equals to 5. Similarly, you can draw it over here also. Move parallel to lambda is equals to 4, lambda is equals to 4, and then bend it. Similarly, you can draw here also. Move parallel to lambda is equals to 4 and then bend it. Minimum 2 arrows are enough. Like I drawn over one arrow here, one arrow, both of them are enough. But if you want, you can draw in all the 4 region. Say that's draw more number of lines. You can do more number of lines also. Suppose I am starting from here, parallel to this, and I am bending over here. So solutions, because every trajectory corresponds to one particular solution. One particular solution. Same way it goes parallel like this and bends parallel to the other lambda. You can see that the line is originating somewhat parallel to lambda is equals to 4 and bending towards lambda is equals to 5. Okay, I hope you understand this. These things will get more clear. You should remember one thing: to start parallel to lower lambda and bend towards higher lambda. Okay, bend parallel towards higher lambda. Okay, this is what we're gonna follow. Let's go to next thing and we'll see what happens over there. Okay, what happens when both of them are negative? So we'll do the same thing again. We'll first draw the eigen vectors. So you can see your eigenvalue lambda 1 is equals to -1, lambda 2 is equals to -3. Look at this, -1 and -3, and corresponding eigenvectors. So p1 bar is equals to 1 and 3, p2 bar is equals to 1 and -1. So I'll first draw the first vector 1 and 3. So I'll locate the point 1 comma 3. So 1 is here and 3 is here. I'll locate the point and let us draw the line. I'll just make it proper. Yes. And as usual, I label it. Okay, I label it what? As a lambda. The lambda corresponds to what? This is -1. Same way I'll draw 1, -1. So 1 point is here, -1 is here. Let's draw the eigenvector. Somewhat proper. Don't worry. Yes. Similarly, I label this as lambda is equals to -3. So as you see that both of them are negative. Negative means arrows will come inside, comes towards the origin. The arrow, the solutions will move in the origin. They'll move in the origin. The future trajectories will move inside the origin. Okay, we have to draw arrows inside using the corresponding lambda values. Now observe over here, e raised to -t and e raised to -3t. So as t tends to infinity, okay, as t tends to infinity, what happens to this? Which is higher? -1 is higher or -3 is higher? Of course, -1 is higher, right? Yes or no? You can look at this, whichever lambda is higher, so we have to move towards that value. So which one is higher over here? So starting from -3, I'll go towards -1. I'll come parallel to smaller value. It comes parallel to -3 and moves inside. Same way, it comes parallel to -3 and moves inside. You can see this is parallel to this. Like the same way, it goes parallel like this and moves inside. Parallel moves inside. As number of the lines you want to draw, but make sure it will not look messy. Like this, come here and let's move inside. You have to draw parallel to the smaller value of lambda and end going parallel and the higher value of lambda. This is the way you can draw. Okay. Same way, let us go to the next one where one is positive and negative. Now you must be knowing it how to do it. So the positive value of lambda means system is going out and negative means coming in. So here lambda is equals to how much? You can see 1 and lambda is equals to here is -2. Corresponding value of p or a vector is 3, 2 and corresponding value of vector is 1, -1. So I'll draw it again. So 3, 2 is somewhere here. Let's draw the line. We'll draw the vector. I'll draw it quickly. And as usual, I label it as lambda instead of labeling it as vector. I label it as lambda 1. Okay. Similarly, let us draw the vector 1, -1. So 1, -1 is 1 here, -1 is here. So the point, and let us draw the line. Okay. It's approximately drawn properly only. Labeled as again as a lambda -2. So we all know that the positive values means solutions go outside. Solutions goes outside. Negative means solutions comes inside. Now to here we don't have to worry about the bigger and lower. But still, if you want, you can check this. One is higher and negative 2 is smaller. Starting from negative 2, move towards the positive value. Okay, we're going to follow this to the arrows. So just move like this. You can come like this and go like this. Similarly, you can see the just follow the arrows. For the arrows. But make sure you are drawing parallel to the eigenvectors. That's it. Okay, so I hope this helps you out in drawing the phase portrait diagram. I again revise it. We first draw the eigenvectors. We draw the eigenvectors first. Look at this, and we label it as the eigenvalues. This is very important, labeling it as eigenvalue. So if positive values of eigenvalues are there, it means the arrows, the system solutions moves outside the origin. If negative value corresponds to solution moves inside the origin. And if both of them are available, then the one which is positive value of lambda, so their solutions will go out, and negative values may solutions will go in. So negative values may solutions will come in, and positive values can the solutions will go outside. Okay.